In this video, I'm going to work out the next 8 problems. I would encourage you to stop the video if you have not worked on these by yourself yet, or maybe do problem 1 and then watch the video, and then stop it, try problem 2, watch the video. I would do it in that way. These problems are based on the last video. They're just extra practice. So please take the time to try to solidify this idea before moving to part 4 by trying it on your own first. All right, so problem 1. We're going to first change everything to sines and cosines. So this cotangent is actually cosine theta over sine theta. And that's going to be times sine theta. You could put it over 1 if you would like. And you can see that the sines are going to cancel, leaving us with cosine. Problem 2. Okay, we got 1 minus sine squared. Okay, our identities from the past have said that would be cosine squared theta over sine squared theta. Right, and then dividing cosine by sine gives me a cotangent, and then since they're both squared, we get a cotangent squared. Okay, sine secant theta. That first sine, I'm just going to leave it alone for a moment. Change this secant to 1 over cosine. And when I multiply those together, I get sine theta over cosine theta. And that would be tangent theta. Okay, problem 4. My recommendation is to change everything to sines and cosines again. All right, so I'm going to get cosine theta times 1 over sine theta. We could put that cosine theta over 1. And then the bottom would be cosine theta over sine theta. And we can see that if I multiply the two top, I'm going to get cosine theta over sine theta divided by that same exact thing. So I'm just going to duplicate this. And anything over itself is going to be 1. You could have also left the bottom as cotangent up front and multiplied once and got the cotangent. There's a lot of ways to do these. So either way. Problem 5. I'm going to change, I guess we could do division first if we would like. So I'm going to do secant theta divided by tangent theta. And then we can change these to sines and cosines. So it'd be 1 over cosine theta divided by, okay, tangent is sine theta divided by cosine theta. Okay, 1 over cosine theta. Division changes to multiplication. And then I'd flip my sine and cosine because I'm dividing. All right, and we can see that the cosines are getting canceled there. And we have 1 over sine. 1 over sine would be cosecant. Okay, so it's a lot of dividing, a lot of changing things to sines and cosines, and things will cancel out. You just need to know every bit of one of those identities we did at the top, meaning top of the lesson. Okay, at the problem 6, sorry. Okay, the top is going to change to cosine squared theta. The bottom is still just cotangent squared theta. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and divide those. Cosine squared theta divided by, and I'm going to write cotangent as cosine theta squared over sine squared theta. Okay, this is going to be cosine squared theta over 1. And then I'm going to flip that fraction. A lot of writing in this one. One thing I want to point out, I'm going to do it in this video here, you have to write the theta every single time. You can't start leaving it off. If you do that, I will count off. You have to have them on there. So the cosine squareds cancel, and we get, I'm just going to put that to the right there, we get sine squared theta. Okay, remember you have to write the theta. I'm going to start saying it a bunch. Have to write the theta at the argument. You can't leave it just cosine squared and then put nothing. I know that you want to be lazy. Don't. I get it. I want to too. Okay, 7. Sine becomes sine theta over 1. The cosecant is 1 over sine theta. And then on the bottom, it becomes cosine theta over sine theta. Okay, sine over sine. So sine theta over sine theta over cosine theta. And I'm going to go ahead and actually change that back. Cosine over sine is the same thing as cotangent. And the reason I'm doing that is because this numerator is going to end up being a 1. And we just have 1 over cotangent. And 1 over cotangent is tangent. All right, so sometimes you're going to take a step forward like we did work, changing cotangent to that, just to change it back. That's fine. I've been doing this for a while now, and I still will take steps like that, do it, and then go back. All right, you're going to make mistakes. It's fine. You're just trying to simplify. Just unsimplify if you have to. All right, so number 8. This is, okay, let's go ahead and change it to division. I got cosine theta over 1 divided by secant theta over 1. Okay, secant. Okay, if I do cosine theta over 1 divided by, I'm going to go ahead and change secant. Secant is 1 over cosine theta. So cosine theta over 1. I'm fixing all those lines. I should keep fixing them. Cosine over 1 times, and then I flip that fraction. That's just cosine theta over 1 equals, okay, that's going to be cosine squared theta. Notice I'm writing theta every time. You have to write the thetas or I will count off, just to remind you. And the reason being is that means nothing but a 3-letter word, right? You have to show that argument and put something in there for it to mean something. Just like you would never write 3 plus and then or 3 minus or 3 divide. That means nothing without the thing next to it. You have to write it. All right, I would keep trying these. Make sure you're writing that argument, the theta or an x or something there every time.